if you're looking for clothes for prairie wives who brunch, this store may be for you. And you know what? I'm in. Today we're doing an Arula haul, secondhand style. I've wanted to do an Arula haul for a good long time. The first time that I experienced Arula, even though I didn't really know it, was last year whenever we did back to school shopping. We went with my mother-in-law, my nieces and nephew. We went out in Austin and we stumbled upon Altered State. That's kind of like the sister store to Arula. I absolutely fell in love with the soft, feminine, kind of like country bohemian vibes that store had. And at the time, I didn't know Arula was a thing and Altered State didn't carry my size. So we bought some things for my daughter and moved along. So now I look at the website and watch all kinds of Arula hauls with absolute longing. I would love to know what these pieces look like on me. There are a couple problems though. Firstly, Arula is a little, well, like pricey. Then second, there's only one store in Texas and that's a good 3-hour drive. Now Ross does say that we can go sometime. Anytime I've seen the like go shopping with me videos where people go in, I'm just kind of amazed. Like everything is so gorgeous. One day. Okay, so over the past year, I've probably easily doubled the size of my closet through YouTube partnerships, YouTube in general. So I've donated most of my formal dresses, but I've got more everyday clothes than I could actually wear. And I've lost some weight, dropped a size, and I wanted to find a good place for a lot of this stuff to go and decided that I would start a Poshmark page. While I was looking, I found tons of great secondhand pieces at really, really amazing prices. Some that even had their tags on them. This is like a third-party marketing site. The way it works is there is one human in the world who is selling to one other human in the world who is purchasing. And that person who's selling totally sets the price, is able to offer discounts, and has control of the situation. And then as the buyer, you can go on and you can like something, you can decide that you want to purchase it kind of instantly, or you can make an offer. Now it's important to note that if you make an offer, it's binding. Like I go on, say that this guy right here is listed for $25 and I think, ooh, you know what? If I could get that minus the shipping, which is $7.99, I think that I would do it. So I decide that I'm gonna go in and offer $17. If my seller accepts it, the charge is instantly made through my PayPal account, and then on the seller end, a label is automatically generated for them to ship. So there is a lot of automation that there used to not be, like whenever you'd sell on eBay or that kind of thing. So when I initially started looking at Poshmark, I really started looking at brands that I had wanted to try or really, really liked, like Anthropologie mead, and those items sold so close to retail that it was unbelievable. So just so you know, if you got some Anthropologie items, those bad boys hold some value. I looked at some other things like City Chic, Torrid, and I ended up realizing that I could get Arula for kind of a song. Lots of these are new with tags, and I thought, you know what? Worst case scenario, I get a feel for what my sizing is. I can see if I actually like the brand, and maybe I can get that wild hair kind of taken care of, you know? But now that I see it, I don't know. I may have just made the obsession stronger. When I got my first item in, and that was this dress right here, I decided that I wanted to see if I could make an Arula haul, and obviously, I did some ordering. We made it happen. All right, so let's talk Arula, the brand. When I was initially looking, I found this review on Reddit that just absolutely made me crack up. I've gone back to it a few times because I just thought it was so funny. And the review said, if you're looking for clothes for prairie wives who brunch, this store may be for you. And you know what? I'm in. I didn't know what my ideal aesthetic was until now, but I'm pretty sure that it is prairie wives who brunch. Country wives who brunch out in the country. I'll take it all. Sign me up, I'm in. The size range is a size 10 through 24, and that's really mostly broken down, except for like pants, into 4 size categories. They take it and they give the sizes different names. So size 10 to 12 is an X for exquisite. Size 14 to 16 is an A for amazing. 18 to 20 is B for beautiful, and 22 to 24 is C for captivating. Honestly, the only reviews that I've seen on like the size language changing have been fairly negative. Someone said that B for beautiful is P for patronizing, and I did think that was funny, but I also don't think that this is like a new or novel concept, and it certainly doesn't irritate me. I'm fine going in and saying, which dress do you need? I need that beautiful, darling. Because there are lots of different brands that do that. I mean, if we look at Torrid, I'm a size 2 or 3 in Torrid. Girlfriend's not a size 2 or 3. In City Chic, I wear a large or an extra large. also not the same. So being beautiful and captivating in Arula is fine by me. All right, so of course, because these are secondhand, I don't think I'll be able to link many of them. If I can link any of them, I'll put it down in the description. I'm pretty sure that I have even though there was nothing sponsored about this, obviously, I think I've got an affiliate link for Arula. I'll link something down there if none of these are there. And if you ever do want to shop Arula and you click on my link, that'd be awesome because I get a little commission. I think I ordered everything in Beautiful, which is size 18 to 20. I decided to start a Poshmark, which isn't very successful so far, mostly because we don't have a whole lot listed and I'm clearly purchasing more than I'm selling. But my idea was that I wanted to cull through some of my clothes and give my daughter kind of a summer job. The one thing that gives me pause in purchasing is that you are, as the buyer, paying for shipping. There are some sellers that do discounted shipping, some that do free shipping. The best thing that I found was the bundling. The deal is that you can kind of set up a bundle yourself. So if there is a seller that I found, and I have found one that I really, really like, they're normally around your size, and sometimes they've even got your same style. In fact, I got this one, this one, this one, this one, and this one, all from the same seller, and y'all, her clothes smell amazing. I had to write her and ask what she was using, and she uses Buff City soap, Love Potion. I had my face in this so much, I was like, oh my gosh. My Buff City soap didn't have Love Potion in stock, so we got Sweet Magnolia, and I really, really like it. It's a little more subtle. My husband's a little happier with it, but once it's back, he better prepare himself. I digress. But with that, what you can do is you can find an item and you can add additional ones to your bundle. And so that's gonna end up making one shipping fee for you and actually give you a significant discount on the clothing. When I'm putting these on the screen, I'll put the price with shipping. So like the ones where I ended up having bulk shipping, I'm going to actually divide that by the number of items because that is what I actually paid. Clothes that I purchased I purchased this as a one-off. I did have to pay the shipping, and the shipping was almost the price of the dress in this case. So it just is important to realize that if there are 5 different items that seem like a fantastic deal and they're from different sellers, I may be paying $7.99 per shipping per item because those are coming from 7 different places. From the seller side, having that shipping involved is amazing. The label's automatically generated. You can use your own packaging. You can use any USPS flat rate packaging. And it's so easy to where basically the next day you can go drop it off at the post office and the transaction is just so much smoother overall for everyone. This was really a brilliant move from Poshmark, if you ask me. All right, so I don't know if I've given you all the information, but that's all that I can really think of that I think is gonna be handy for you. If you've never used Poshmark before, I do have a link. It's just like my username. If you end up using that link, it gives us both some kind of little bonus. I think it's like $10 credit for each of us when you would make your first purchase. So if you're interested in secondhand online purchasing, that's down there also. All right, let's look at these clothes. So I got quite the haul, as you can tell. Poshmark and I have become very good friends. So we're gonna start. I have this adorable fringe jacket. This one is a B. And okay, so it is interesting to note on the inside, it says a beautiful soul. Today is your day. Arula was originally called a beautiful soul. So some things that are maybe older Arula will have a beautiful soul in it, but I just thought that this was adorable. There's some stretch to the denim. It totally has a 90s feel in the color of like the acid wash denim. And then I love the suede fringe. I think that that is so fun. If this is an older piece, it was incredibly well taken care of. And it smells amazing. And that's not always the case. I haven't gotten anything that was like stinky, but I've gotten a couple things where I was like, oh yeah, I need to watch that real big time. All right, so next, this is a gingham kind of seersucker top. I think that this is adorable. I don't know how it's gonna look on me. I think Arula does a lot of like the baby doll kind of shorter tops, and they do feel a little bit younger, but I'm in that stage of life where I am just wearing whatever the heck I want. And I know that lots of people have opinions on it, but truly when it comes to what you're wearing, the only opinion that matters is your own. This is kind of a rosy pink and white. It has a smocked back, a very puff sleeves, almost like a peasant style top. And then right from under the bust, it kind of does a baby doll out, and it's not very long. So we'll have to see how that goes. These are one of the only things in this haul that I have tried on. And it's because I really thought I was taking a chance. I got these in an 18. They're an Arula size 18, and they are corduroy. So there's a little bit of stretch to them. These would be like the ideal pants for my daughter. She is all about bell bottoms, she's like a little hippie baby. And so had these been in her size, I absolutely would have gotten them. And I just could not pass them up. They've got great big bells and they're embroidered and just lovely. And I thought, you know, an 18 is really too small, but it fit. I think that maybe it could fit a little bit better and they'll be a smidge longer when that happens, but I'm just happy that these bad boys buttoned up. I know it's kind of like spoiler alert, but super excited. Okay, this top feels so perfect for like a summer concert. I think that if you had like lawn seating, it would just feel so awesome to chill outside. I don't know if you can see my feet. Hang on. This video absolutely calls for boots, and so I want you to be able to see them. These are my Tacovas I got for Christmas. I love them, and just awesome. These bells are so much fun. These are the 18s. I think honestly, probably Arula has a little bit of generosity in fit, but they fit so well. These are definitely gonna be some staples for me come this fall. I love the embroidered. I've been looking for embroidered jeans for such a long time. I'll definitely take embroidered corduroys. But yeah, I think that this top is so awesome. It has these straps that come around my neck. It looks like they're actually sewn down right here, so it's fixed, but you can untie this part and there's a casing so I can stretch it out if I really want to. I can pull it up. See, I could tighten it to where it's very, very tight in my bust. I kind of like it a little bit looser than that, but I think that this is really neat. The seersucker nature of it really makes me feel summer, and I like the rose and white vibes, which totally make it blend with the corduroys. Okay, then we're going fancy, and this one has the tag, at least the torn in half tag. Sometimes it's clearanced from the store. They do it so it can't be returned. Sometimes it's that someone gave it as a gift and tore that off so that people don't see the price. There's so many situations that it could be, but this is more of a formal. It has a smocked back as well. It's got really pretty tulle all over it with nice baby blue pearls. Ooh. Y'all, we have got a hurricane blowing in. If I keep power throughout this entire video, it'll be a small miracle. This kind of has a tubey top, and then it just comes up on one shoulder, and I really, really love a one shoulder moment. So I'm interested to see what this is. I have not tried it on yet. I'm gonna let us experience that together. I would most likely wear this with heels, but I have committed to the country girl aesthetic, and once I have made a commitment, I'm in. I don't know how much I love this dress. I think I'm gonna have to watch the video back. I really like the idea of it, but I can't totally imagine where I would wear it. Lulu is laying in front of me. She's got a pair of socks and is throwing them in the air. So try not to laugh, sorry. Lulu, what are you doing? Come here. Give me that sock. Give me that sock. Why do you have socks? So I really think that, you know what? I take it back. I think that this could be ideal for a summer wedding. You know, it's such an interesting length. It's really about mid-calf. Is that Lulu in the mirror? I just am not positive that it does a whole lot for me. Let me show you the back. See the mesh? There's a whole lot more of it that you're seeing on the back. And then it comes over in ties and this hangs down. There are no pearls on the tie end. I just need to let it grow on me and decide whether or not I want to keep it or reposh it. I do think it's neat, and I love the idea of finding kind of a little bit more formal wear from Arula, and that I found it on Poshmark for a song was awesome. Okay, this one is one that I've tried. It was the very first one that I got to see if I could wear this size. I just think that this one is so soft and beautiful. This is kind of somewhere between like a rose and a coral, almost like Meredith colored, and it's got some beautiful paisley floral down here. It's got a smocked elasticized waist, and then it's just a V-neck. This is like the epitome of everything I think of when I think of Arula, like soft, feminine, beautiful. Love, love, love. The sleeves have elastic down here at the wrist, and then they're see-through. So it's the same fabric overall. It's just that this is a really pretty chiffon, and underneath is a really pretty peachy rose. Okay, if I decide to keep this one, I think I'm gonna have to move the buttons. The center line for my bust is right here, and then the buttons are like probably 3/4 of an inch to my right, and maybe that is the way it's meant to be, but it kind of throws me off a little bit. Like I really wanted to move it to where it was centered, but then the bust was askew. I don't know, I mean, I have looked and looked at this. It just feels a little bit off center. I think that this is a very sweet dress. I would probably try it on in a larger size if I was in the store. Not that there's anything that feels tight, but I don't know what I think about how it looks. I almost wonder if it being in a larger size would look a little bit better. I'm gonna show you the back. We've got a little bit of swing to it. I don't think that this one's too short. There are some others that might be though, but I really love the color. I love the print. If I wanted to move the buttons, it would not be that difficult. It has to be intentional, right? I mean, they're definitely in a line. They're just not right under the seam. Let me see if I can show you. So here's the center line, and then here are the buttons. Just a little bit odd. This would also be super cute with sandals. I'm just really feeling the Arula vibes and my boots. Okay, this one is so fun. This is a jumpsuit. This one today that I'm wearing is like a super old Target jumpsuit, like a play suit. Like it's a super short. I got this years ago in an XXL and it didn't fit at the time. I literally just took the tags off. It's been sitting in my closet that long. She's fitting today and kind of had the color scheme that felt like it jived with Arula, very like dusty and pretty. And so I decided to put her on. But this is a play suit, and I think this one looks awfully short. Is it play suit? Yes. Oh my goodness, there's like 2 inches down here at the crotch. But I thought that this was a really sweet color. I wanted to try it. A lot of Arula's items that are short are very, very short. And I get a lot of, I don't know if complaints is the right word, but comments that I shouldn't wear short things, and that's okay. If you feel that way, I wanna hear your opinion. But at the same time, if I do feel comfortable wearing it out, I wanna be able to feel confident in doing so. Okay, she's short, but boy, is she cute. This is like a little dress overlay, and then there are some shorties underneath. They're not right up at my crotch, which is nice. I really, really love this print with this shade of green. It's got a little bit more olive or moss to it, which I think is lovely. The bust comes down to where it is skirting my bra, but that's not really bothering me. One thing I have noticed is there's not a whole lot of bra space. So it comes right here and it almost shows them on most of the ones that have defined bust line. So I think that if you are larger busted, you may need to go larger or kind of feel it out a little bit because I don't really know how that's going to work. Let me show you the back. There's this really cute tie that ties right here in the back. It continues forward on the sash, like it's got a little triangular overlay. That gives a little bit more detail to the front right here. It is awfully short. And I don't know exactly where I'd wear it, but it does make me feel very young and fun. I probably would go sandals as opposed to boots in this one in particular, but we do have some fun country vibes with this piece. This one just looked dreamy. It's a little bit longer and it has a really pretty chiffon overlay that is embroidered with these like little bitty black stars. I think this is kind of an off-white. Yeah, it's not a true white. It's definitely an off-white because I see something lighter in this next one. But the bottom has a very finished, pretty edge. Because that chiffon is serged, it gives it almost a little bit of a ruffle effect. This goes straight across the bust. It's got a zipper in the back, and this is size B, beautiful. Okay, so this one has a zip in the back. Everything else has kind of been slid on, but the good thing is that these sleeves are like super easy to come out of. So I was able to zip it in the front and twist it around. I think that this one's real cute. I love the length. I think that it would be great for photos, for being outside. This would be a good country dress. What do you think about this one, Ross? Ross thinks that I look good in polka dots. It's not really polka dots, but he doesn't know. He's too far away to tell. You probably think it's polka dots too. They're like little embroidered, I don't know, suns? I don't know what I'd call them. No matter what they are, they're precious. So I don't know, I do love the flow of this. It makes me feel very fancy and youthful, and I'm all about both of those things. Okay, I've got a long one. This is also for my seller whose everything smells so good. This is in a B and it has been worn. This one has lots of different layers and then it slits up here almost to where a short dress would be. And I thought that that was really neat looking. It feels very like sweet and country to me. This is just a soft floral. It's got pinks, whites, and a little bit of like dusty plum in it. Everything here seems to be fully lined and incredibly well made. All right, I really like the colors in this one. This one could work for me for like work, church, that kind of thing, if I stitched the slit down a little. I do like this jacket with this one. And I like the curve in here. I like that this one is loose fitting. It doesn't do any kind of clinging. If I do some adjustment right here on my slit and I can wear this to work, I could easily wear this without any kind of shapewear because this one is just incredibly lovely and forgiving. Let me show you. It's not as lightweight as some of the others because the outer fabric's a little bit heavier, but I think that here in Houston, I could wear this come winter. I could wear this right now in the summer and it would work either way. Below this slit, there are 3 layers. I think that this one is lovely. It has that Anthropologie type feel and it is just so soft and feminine, which I know I've said that about lots of things, but that really kind of defines this brand for me. We've got that notched neckline. These sleeves do feel a little bit shorter than some of the others have, but not enough so that it's bothering me. Look at these pretty colors. We've got a solid black dress, like a little black dress, country style. This is a peasant style V-neck. It has like the little clip dot sleeves with elastic down here that give it a ruffle. It is going to be incredibly short. Some of these short dresses I may end up having to wear as like tunics, but it's got like 4 different layers in the skirt. It's got the smock back, which is gonna be really nice and forgiving. This is a size B. I'm interested to see what she looks like on. Okay, this one needed a lot of fussing with the bust line in order to cover my bra. Right now, the bra that I'm wearing is my skin tone, but I would most likely go to black if this is what I was doing. It's really comfortable. It is definitely on the short side. I could absolutely see wearing this to the rodeo. I think that it would be a great rodeo dress. I think it does give me some good shape. It's got some good flow. I really like the back smocking. There is a black slip underlayer down here. At first I had it kind of lifted up and I could see through my legs. I was like, oh goodness. This one borders on too short, kind of like that green play suit, but I do like it. And I think for the right event, this would be a great country style little black dress. Let me see if it does anything with the little jacket. You know, and I think I'm definitely changing my Prairie Wives Who Brunch to Southern Wives Who Brunch or Country Wives Who Brunch. I really like it. Making it my own. And then lastly, this was one of the first ones that came in. This is a satin dress. Now this one's not lined. It's meant to kind of be like a little shift dress that is just effortless. It looks like patchwork, like we got a quilt that we're wearing. We've got some surplice neckline going. There's just elastic around the bust. It is like this top is all one piece, so it's almost like a dolman style sleeve. And then there's a sash that's slipped out. I think that she's just lovely. All right, if I'm being completely honest, this one's probably my least favorite. The satin is shredding just a tiny bit. Like I've got some little threads that are coming off, and I'm sure that that has to do with the fact that it is secondhand. I can clip them. It's not really affecting anything because it's on the inside of the hem. It's a great fit, but I don't know that it really does anything for me. And it feels a little bit too short, if I'm being honest. This one has a snap and the snap is right in the right place. Here it is undone. Sometimes these snaps just don't work where they're sitting on me and I have to undo them and stitch them in a different place, but I really did a great job going ahead and getting that right where it needed to go. The sleeves are interesting. You can see that it comes right here from the shoulder, but then it really wraps around. So it doesn't go straight down, it does a little turn under my arms. And I think that that gives some interest to where those two pieces of fabric are coming together and makes it look a little bit more like patchwork. In the back, we've just got this elastic band that's going all the way around. And I feel like it lifts a little bit higher than I'm comfortable with in the back, but I do think that this one's cute. But if I tried it on in store, it wouldn't be coming home with me. I love the jacket. I don't know that the jacket elevates it quite enough for me to like this one. The funny thing is that I ordered this one early on and absolutely loved it. It's just not ideal on me. This could be the perfect one for you and you may absolutely love it, and that is 100% okay. It's just not the perfect one for me, and that's why they have so many styles. Okay, this was actually a whole lot of fun. I think my plan is probably gonna be to keep everything for now and then maybe reposh it as I kind of get tired of pieces. I'd like to wear everything once if it's not too short or if I'm, you know, really feeling it, and just give it a chance. And the good thing is that because I bought it secondhand, nothing's due back anywhere, and so I can absolutely do that. I'd love to know what you thought. If you thought this was a fun concept, please let me know. I think that this would be kind of cool to do with some other brands. There's something neat about being able to experience the brand, especially a more expensive brand like this one, but not having to sink the money into it. I also like that there's some sustainability to purchasing secondhand. There are more options, and then you're also helping individual people out there. When I'm looking on Poshmark, I really like to find people who are selling pretty much in the same size range because it seems like I'm most likely getting their clothes as opposed to someone who's selling like a huge variety, like boys sneakers in 8 different sizes and ladies clothes in plus size and 2 and a 4 and a 7, because then I feel like what they're doing is going and thrifting and purchasing it. I like the idea of it maybe only belonging to 1 or 2 people prior to making it to me. And that's totally personal preference and just kind of one of the things that I've found that I prefer. I've got my Poshmark link below if y'all are interested in buying or selling on Poshmark. I'll also see if I can find any of these Arula clothes and link them as well. I really appreciate you taking the time and watching this video. You're amazing. Liking, commenting, and subscribing go a long way to helping my channel and just generally make me happy. I get to all the comments that I can. I hope that you have a day as amazing as you are, and I will see you in the next one.
Beautiful, so beautiful, 'cause you